These 4 baby peregrine falcon chicks at Wisconsin Public Service's Western Power Plant near Wausau now have their official new names, including one honoring WBAY's own Emerson Lehmann. Which one do you think it is? Well, a public online contest drew about 22,000 votes to name the chicks, and one of the winners is Featherson Lehmann, a tongue-in-cheek nod to our small towns reporter. Emerson and Featherson teamed up in person at the banding ceremony, where researchers fitted the roughly 20-day-old chicks with ID bands and tiny solar-powered trackers, basically Falcon Fitbits, so scientists can follow their first flights. Over the past 30 years, power plants run by WEC Energy Group, including WPS, have helped hatch nearly 500 peregrine chicks, turning these nest boxes into a big part of the species' comeback. He looks very proud, and that chick is growing. Oh my goodness.